Toys can cause a lot of conflict with kids, and sometimes the big boy toys and the grown-up toys can cause a lot of conflict too. Mine, my turn. And boy, once we're in conflict, we have a hard time sometimes getting out of it. Conflict's a tough thing to escape. Once we're in conflict, we're kind of stuck with it sometimes. One of the greatest ways to get out of conflict is confession. Whoa, but this is their fault, not mine. They're the ones who overreacted. They're the ones who did the wrong thing. So, man, I just need to wait until they're ready to say they're sorry. And that's how we like to handle conflict. And that's how we want to deal with confession. Let the other person confess. And sometimes it is true that the other person is guiltier than we are. The other person really is the primary causer of the conflict. But in confession, what we can do is we can say, well, what part did I play? And maybe you played a minor part. But in almost every human conflict, you played a part. You could have communicated more clearly. You could have not surprised the other person in a way that they didn't expect. You hadn't thought that this would surprise them, but it did. You hadn't thought about when you expressed that how it would sound to them. You could have reacted better than you did, even though you reacted better than they did. But you can look to yourself and say, man, what could I have done better? What could I have done differently that may have made a difference? Could have made a difference. What can I confess? You want to confess honestly. You don't want to say, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, or I'm sorry you got upset. That's not a confession. But a confession might be, I should have more carefully considered how what I did or what I said would affect you. I should have thought more carefully about how I expressed what I expressed. When we found ourselves in conflict, I could have reacted to you in a more loving way. And I'm sorry. Find the part that you own, because you probably own something. Even if you only own 5% of the conflict, you can confess that 5%. And to be honest, oftentimes we own a little more than that. There's things we could have done differently if we'd known, and now we know. So I should have thought about that. I didn't take that into account. I'm sorry. Consider how you can, as much as it depends on you, live at peace by being prepared to honestly and carefully consider any role that you are playing in a conflict and how you might confess.